What's up, investors? Today we're talking all about Paysafe. So if you guys don't know Paysafe, they're a market leader with over 20 years of experience in payments. So whatever your model, size, or sector, Paysafe helps you accept payments from customers with over 70 different payment methods. So they have an unrivaled portfolio of proprietary solutions that empower businesses and consumers to connect with each other using just one meeting point, which is Paysafe. So stick around if you want to hear more. Welcome back, guys. So today we're covering Paysafe and we're going to go over the company overview, the stock price with some earnings recap, and then we'll discuss some of the estimates they're providing for the stock price predictions and of course some risks. So let's get started. But kindly take a second and smash that like button on your screen if you haven't already. Definitely helps me out. So Paysafe Limited is a payment processing platform specializing in online transactions. So the company's digital wallet and eCash brands include Skrill, Neteller, Paysafe Card, and these are all just different brands that they own, which pretty much do the same thing, which are accept payments and send payments. So these are the three that are recognized as leaders in the iGaming and digital goods with support from major merchants worldwide. And the company just reported its first quarterly report as a public company, as it just recently merged with BFT, which was a SPAC transaction. So the results were highlighted by strong momentum from key industry verticals. And although this is a company that just became public through a SPAC, they aren't one of those hundreds of SPACs with no revenue. Paysafe did $92 billion in payment volume in 2020, and they've been around for over 25 years. So they're not a new company. So the shares of Paysafe have been under pressure over the last few months, hence why I'm making this video for you guys, because I am bullish on this stock with an expectation that growth can accelerate with improving financials going forward. So the company is well positioned to benefit from trends in online gambling as more states are set to legalize over the next few years, supporting a long-term outlook as it consolidates its market share. So it recently, like I said, it was a SPAC. It came at around $10. It hit a high of about $19. And then from there, it's just been going down. Recently, it hit a low of $10, which is amazing because that's kind of what it came out as. But right now, it's sitting around $12, just went up 3%. So the part that is important to understand, because there are so many companies that are similar to Paysafe, which help enable businesses and consumers to connect and transact through payment processing, such as Payoneer, Square, PayPal, and I'm sure there's more. But you have to find what each of these companies are best at and what type of growth they can experience. For example, Payoneer is very good at international and cross-border payments. Square is very good at in-person payments. But Paysafe, one of the things that they do really well is gaming payments. They are the global leader in iGaming, and that is sports betting, online casino, lottery, esports, fantasy sports. And for example, DraftKings, Fortnite, and Spotify are some of Paysafe's larger customers. And I'd also like to point out that they're estimating around $1.5 billion in annual revenue for 2021. And out of that $1.5 billion, only 1% of that is actually tied to the US online gambling payment processing. And this segment can be the single biggest growth driver for the company in the next few years, because the online gambling industry is expected to grow at a compounded annual growth rate of 15% between now and 2025. If you've watched any of my recent videos, you guys know how bullish I am on this online gambling industry because of all the stocks that I talk about, such as Fans or ESE Entertainment. There's just so many good companies out there right now, and this company, Paysafe, has a relationship with almost all of the top online gambling operators in the US. And the company expanded its partnership with Coinbase in the US. So additionally, the company's payment processing solution is in 27 cryptocurrency sites and exchanges. And as crypto investing and trading activity swells, Paysafe is positioned to benefit. So therefore, the exposure to the US online gambling and cryptocurrency segment is likely to drive sustained growth. So jumping back to their 2021 guidance, I just want to look at their adjusted EBITDA. So this is the earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. This figure is really important because it's what you make from $1 of sale before paying your interest, taxes, which everyone has to pay, depreciation, which isn't really something that you have to pay. So for example, like if you own a car for $10,000 and you drive it for a year, you most likely won't be able to sell that car for $10,000 again. You'll maybe be able to sell it for $8,000. So that $2,000 that was a loss in value, that's called depreciation. So that's not really a cost that they're incurring every year. It's something that they'll incur when they sell their assets. So we want to take a look at at how much money they're earning before all of that. So they're saying they're going to be earning about 32% on every dollar of sales. So taking a quick look at what Square is doing, we're going to take a look at their enterprise value over the EBITDA margin. So EBITDA measures the firm's overall financial performance, while the enterprise value determines what the firm's total value is. So the lower this figure is, the better value you are getting. So Square's is 432. PayPal, on the other hand, is 61. However, Paysafe, they're at 31. So out of these three companies, Paysafe is a better buy. So moving on from that, between 2020 and 2023, the company is targeting annual organic growth of 10%. And organically having revenue growth of 10% is pretty good, because this shows that all of their regular operations are improving and they aren't just buying other companies, making those acquisitions and saying that they grew their revenues, because technically they just bought that revenue. And their guidance seems realistic considering the growth potential from exposure to the online gambling and cryptocurrencies, and the growth in their eCash segment will be the main driver. So the key to understanding Paysafe is that the company is a leader in specialty payments, serving industry verticals that are potentially underpenetrated by larger competitors such as PayPal and Square. And the strength here is that Skrill and Neteller brand, along with Paysafe eCash, is well recognized by a portion of consumers, retaining brand loyalty. And this engagement with users in turn incentivize merchants to join the platform and accept Paysafe as a payment option. And the existing relationships support some level of visibility for continued revenue growth. And then from a high level, the company is on track to continue growing alongside the global shift towards digital and e-commerce. And these are segments that are expected to grow faster than the traditional payment market. For example, the COVID-19 pandemic also accelerated the shift to digital payments as people try to avoid handling cash. And then overall, we believe that the long-term outlook for Paysafe is positive, as it only needs to capture a slice of an expanding market. And that addressable market is roughly $58 trillion according to Paysafe. So you can understand what I mean by they only need a small slice of that. So in terms of risk, you guys have to remember that every time the stock goes up and you buy it for a higher price, the risk increases. This stock is trading very close to that $10, which is the price that the private equity investors bought this stock at during the SPAC transaction. And it's gone up recently in the past week about 18%. So you guys had a very good buying opportunity when it hit that $10.37. It has gone a little bit higher, but I would keep this on my watch list and see if it goes below maybe $11.50. I would definitely buy it. And even on tip ranks, they're saying that on average it should go up to at least about 17 or about 19 at the high price, and that's still about a 43% upside. So Paysafe is a good way to gain exposure from the underlying trends in North America iGaming and specialty payments through high quality fintech. And analysts have predicted the stock to be one of the better performing stocks in 2021. Analysts have predicted that spending through digital wallets will exceed $10 trillion by 2025. And as more individuals in society embrace eCash and digital wallets, Paysafe is set for a huge success in the coming years. And that's all I have for you guys today. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button for more content. And until then, I'll see you guys next time.